Yeah.
MF'ing Block podcast. I'm having my good friend. I haven't talked to you in a while now. You've been out in LA for a minute. My boy, I'm never gonna not be able to call you Bugs. My man, Mr. Speed. How you
What's
doing?
going on? What's going on, my brother Beats? How you doing? Let me get out of this light right here so I can
Abs-
properly see you. Let me see if I can even turn it up, turn this off one time, so it wasn't be as bright, looking like I'm a angel with a halo over my head, man. Or something, man. That's the angel. It's good to
so
know the angel,
how's Cali treating you?
bro. Man, it's been actually beautiful, man. It's cool, man. I like going to the sunset, watching the sunset on the beach, man, just smoking and kind of like being in peace, man. Like I really like it a lot, man. Honestly, to be real with you, man, it's been a cool little experience.
So how long's it been? I know you had a show. It was like right before or like right as soon as COVID was taking off.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, man, that was crazy.
But you had one little final show here before they really shut down all the live music. But so what was that like? End of
Man,
March?
yeah, it was at the end of March. It was like literally right when the whole COVID-19 pandemic exploded. I had a show, so it was weird because I didn't know how it was gonna be, but man, it was still a good turnout, man. Like, it was a little lighter than it usually would be, but I mean, the amount of people that came out, I was very surprised. Like, we still was able to like have a packed house, you know what I mean? So it was very cool, and it was a good experience, not knowing that would be my last show. Because look where we at now, like as a community, and as a state in the union, you know what I'm saying? Just here, like, just as musicians, we ain't everybody around the world ain't performing. I mean, there's been a few instances, I think, in Atlanta or something, maybe where some artists performed, maybe, but not
There's
very
been a
many places.
there's been a couple things here in Cincy, down at the Riverfront Live spot.
Oh,
Um,
word. Is it outside? Is it
yeah,
inside or outside?
yeah, it's outside, stage is
Okay.
outside, and everybody's like socially distanced and whatnot.
Oh,
But
that's cool. Yeah.
they've had a couple gig. I think Afro Man may have done a little gig there.
Tight, man. Afro Man. He actually lives in Cincinnati that everybody keeps telling me.
Yeah, well, I think he's just east of the city. I know he spends a lot of time out in LA too, though.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I can see why, man. The best, the three W's, man. You feel me?
Well, I think cause our boy Jay Skills is
Uh,
his touring DJ. So
yeah, Skills did tell me. Yeah, dope. Yeah, Skills did tell me that. So we, of course, we still, Skills in the band. So he actually did tell me that last time I was there. He was like, "Yo, I'm doing touring with gigging with Afro Man."
hey, he's been all over with him, man.
Man, that's super dope, man. Afro Man is a legend in his world, man. So much respect to the OG. I mean, and definitely taking the homie Jay Skills from Cincinnati with them on the road. I think that's pretty dope, man.
Man, my favorite Afro Man track, Palmdale. I don't know how you pick a song over that.
Bro, how the hook go?
Palmdale. Oh man, how's that go?
It ain't the one joint that everybody sing at the school like because he did the because I got high
No,
because I
no,
got
not
high.
that. No, Palmdale. He was talking about how uh he moved from a bad part of town to a good part of town and started selling drugs to all the rich motherfuckers.
Uh,
Uh oh, Palmdale,
word.
come back to me. Oh man,
Damn, I
gotta
ain't never
love.
heard that before. Beats, man, you gotta send that to me when we get out. I never actually heard that, man. I ain't hip to it, but that's what's up, man.
Oh man, I'll say it's a classic. It's a classic Afro Man track. I just think, in general, quality wise, that's one of the songs that should have been a single off that record, not the "Because I Got High." But I
Word,
can see what I can
was it
see
on the
why.
same album?
Yep, 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 yep.
Okay, okay.
So speaking of albums, you got an album coming up. I was actually gonna have our boy Sal on here for this one, but I'm having him on another episode that I'm actually recording this week.
Sick.
Which
Oh yeah,
which
man. You gotta ask him about the album too. Yeah.
Oh, I will. Well, so the episode I'm doing with them, we're doing the top 20 unnecessary verses in hip hop, and
I think I seen that online somewhere. I think I seen it.
so well, I'm having our boy third born first on.
Yeah,
I'm
man. Tell
having
third, yeah, the G.
so I'm having him on. Our boy Clint from the Brew is coming on for that.
Oh man, you got a powerhouse lineup this week, man. What's going on?
And
You got all the goats, man. You hear me?
oh, and to top it all off, man, I'm gonna be recording later this week with Alex Meacham for
Oh, sick.
my season one finale for the first season of the podcast. So I'm looking forward to
Sick,
that too.
man. Man, sick, man. Beast you moving. Congratulations, brother, man. I'm glad. I mean, this is right up your lane, man. You feel me? Like with all the relationships you got, and just everybody love Beast McGreevy, man. So it's easy for you to come and do your thing, man. You one of the dopest spirits, man. Not just saying that because I'm on your show, but we actually really brothers, man. So like a
This
lot
is
of
what we
people
did.
don't know our relation. Yeah.
What we're doing here right now is what we did at your spot over by the hospital anyway.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah. That's what we do anyway. Yeah, a lot of people don't know me and Beast go back for many years, man. It's my brother, so man, I'm happy to be on a podcast, man, and happy to be part of it, man. And I'm excited and about the album, man. I'm only 50% in, man. So like, it's pretty cool, man. Like,
you got a title for the project yet?
yeah, man, it's called Sorry I've Been Busy, man.
Nice.
Like yeah. Yeah,
Oops.
it's just 100 straightforward, man, and transparent, man. I've been, taking this time since the pandemic, really, bro. Just really, um, just experiencing life, man, and just this new world we're in, this bizarre time we in, and spending time with family, and just getting my mind right, you know what I'm saying, and just chilling, man, and just really taking time off to prioritize a lot of things. And I wanted to come back, organically, to make a project and just let it happen without feeling forced, because right now is, I mean, in life there's no rules, man. Like, so it's just like you got to take time sometimes to live so you can have something to talk about. And the last album was so heavy for me, man. It was like so much in that album, man. It was just like I wanted people to sit on it for a while and really just
Well,
like take it in. The
your
real
last
name Speed album.
your last album, you were writing a lot of that when your grandma passed, right?
Exactly, bro. So that album was like a very, all the albums be super personal, but like that album was just a crazy time because my grandma was my best friend, and me and you had many talks about it just in personal, like just speaking about life and bringing it up, just in speaking, man, because that was somebody that was very influential in my life and even in my career, um, in my approach to music. So my grandma was the first person to give me a journal, which turned into a rhyme book. So like without her, man, I probably wouldn't even be doing what I do. So I took that death very hard, man, and I'm still. I don't think you never, like with time it gets a little better, but you never really, fully done grieving when your best friend and somebody that raised you, passes. I mean, it's just something that I feel her, but I mean, I miss her physically in the physical form. So, that
Absolutely.
album was pretty tough for me, man, to even get through that album to do, because I was dealing with it the whole time I was on tour and doing that album. So I was touring, writing music for other people. My grandma died. It was just a whole bunch of craziness in my life, some good, some bad, that was going on, but it's all experience, man. I'm like, I'm one of those people who like, I look at the scale on a, like yin and yang, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
you don't have a little bit of both. It's just the balance of life. So, just trying to wrap my head around that. So I'm happy with the new album, man. Sal actually, was a big reason that I started working on the new album. And like, he really was just on my head about it, like, sending beats. And I really wasn't feeling like, music at the time. Like I was just kind of just, how I get, bro, you produced, for me. And
Yeah,
so, sometimes it might take me like a year to sit on the beat, like, because I'm just not in making music. With me, music is very, it's the feeling. It's very raw. It's very emotional. It take a lot out of me when I do an album, because it's all reality. Like, I'm not one of those artists that just kind of makes up things in thin air because it sound cool. Like, I make sure, that's why it's just random when I like start creating and finish my albums, like, because it's
it's
all
like when
based
we've
off
sat around
feeling.
and I've let you listen through beats of mine,
Hmm.
and not even to select a beat to make a song out of, like just sitting around vibing,
Yeah.
and
Just,
I've played some of my hottest joints, at least what I thought was my hottest joints, and like you wouldn't even nod your head, but then you would hear something that was really, really good to you. Not necessarily what I thought was hot, but what you thought was
right.
hot, or whatever sparked that emotion out of you. So, like
Yeah.
I've firsthand seen what you're explaining for sure.
Yeah, like, because it's just like it's an emotional thing, like it's a feeling. So it might be just the timing. The beat might be super dope, but the timing of my life as a writer, that might not be the backdrop for what I'm feeling in my soul to make me want to get creative. You know what I'm saying? So it's always weird, man. I'm just real weird with music anyway, man. It's just really based off all emotion with me and reality. So, like, for me, it takes me a little time, man. But I'm very happy. All the production is gonna be like mostly lo-fi type of frequency and vibe that me and Sal going for. Um, but yeah,
He's
man, it's
killing
just
it
gonna be
right
great.
now, though. He's absolutely killing what he's doing right now.
Yeah, man, it's a good time. I think we're in a time beats right now, man. Like, honestly, in music where people just want some real shit, man. Some shit that's just not really cookie cutter. Some shit that's like I think people ready for it. They're craving it because the way the world going on, what's going on, is dictating a lot of that sound. People want to hear something different than the norm right
Substance.
now.
Give me
And
some
yeah, and
substance.
real shit. Yeah, you basically hit the nail on the head. So, like, I think that's just being honest, man. And, like, I think it's that time, man. And it's everything catch us with time. And I think Sal been dope. I've been dope. We all been dope. Like, all of us, like, and it's just timing, man. Like, everything is divine timing, and that's something that you can't replicate. You just gotta stay consistent. And so the people who stay consistent and stay around doing what they do, eventually that time gonna come around and they gonna get their just due, man. So I'm not surprised about anything any of my guys and friends from Cincinnati is doing, and they getting a lot of good eyes on them and a lot of good things popping, man. So, like, I really, really think it's just time, man. I think we got a lot of talent where we from, bro, in a lot of different lanes, not just music or art, just in a lot of
Just in
different lanes,
general.
man.
Just in
Bro,
general.
you always had something going on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, with the bourbons and and all of the, what I mean, the liquors, what I mean, with so much the music, even now with the podcast and so much more, bro. Like, and I think that's just something in us in the Midwest that's I mean, we just hustlers in the Midwest and South, man. That
That
just really
survival.
is.
It's that survival,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, well, yeah. So we just, we we in the middle of the map, man. We get a little influence from everywhere, so we consume a lot of different shit, and we just like a lot of different shit. You know what I mean? So we just be talented at different shit, man. You see that boy LeBron, what he just did, man, in his
Right?
17th year. We
Yeah,
just
so I
built
wanted that
different.
I wanted to ask you about that. What did because I know you've been a diehard LeBron fan. Me and you've talked about this.
Forever.
We both like watching the dude.
Yeah.
But I think more importantly for LeBron, what makes him so great is the shit he does off the court. So like
Facts.
what did that like what did that championship, just being a LeBron fan, you're in LA now. You've obviously been to the games. I've seen your Instagram stories at the games and stuff. Uh
Love it.
but what was that win? Like what did the win what do you think that win means for like LeBron's legacy and what like how excited were you when you saw them? I mean, they trampled that last game.
Oh man,
But
I loved it, bro. I love it, bro. I really wanted it to kind of go hard, man, and like just put the stamp on it, man. Especially after losing in them Kobe jerseys. I mean, just being here in LA, And like, it's been so much, especially with Kobe's death, and just
Yeah.
like the Dodgers are not to go off track, but even the Dodgers are just killing it in the World Series. So like
I hope they get it.
LA,
I hope they get
yeah, I do too,
it.
man. Like, and I think they will. I think it's just, man, it's so much heavy darkness going on in LA right now, honestly, especially after Kobe and Nipsey and so much other shit that has went down, bro. Like, I feel like just being here, the energy, man. It just, I've never been into a major city and while a championship went on and seeing how the city reacted. Like, people love the Lakers here, bro. Like, it's a different type of love. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So being here and people just champion somebody from Ohio, man, that's been in his 17th year. LeBron showing that he can still win, and not most importantly win, but win his way. I think that's what's most important because, man, like, bro, he's been honestly the most heavily criticized sports player in the history of sports. Just off the
ever.
simple fact, yeah, just off the simple fact, look what era he came in. He came up in the social media era. So a lot things are a lot more. These barbershop conversations have went just to the point to where they just ain't debates. It's just people hating on him at this point because they just mad that he's successful. And I think that's something that has something to do with people's and the people mind state. Like, I
Oh
feel like a
yeah,
lot of
yeah, yeah.
people just when certain people are too successful and people just like, I don't like this person. Like, I don't like this person because we want to see him lose. Like, it's people really out there to think that. But I just think for this fourth ring, it was just big for the city of LA, and it meant so much because of the timing, because of Kobe. I think it definitely put LeBron in the conversation. Like, if he to me, to be honest, and anybody I feel like who's honest and really just like, you love sports, bro. Like, me and you talk, like, me and you both are the same. Like, we love sports genuinely.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and I think if you're a real basketball fan, LeBron's has, even before this fourth championship, has already been cemented. You could talk about the losses in the finals. You can talk about the free throw shooting. You could talk about whatever you want. Like, you
But
know
see,
what I'm
like
saying?
here's what I like to talk about when I talk about LeBron. Like I talk about a dude who went from high school to the pros and didn't lose his cool, didn't lose his bank account, didn't lose his high school girlfriend. He's married to his high school girlfriend.
You
Uh,
get some points for that,
that's
definitely.
his lifetime sweetheart, right? So you never see him in the news about anything bad. The dude has built schools for kids to go to for free. He's probably doing the same type shit in LA that he was doing in Cleveland. Uh,
Yep.
he went to LA not to chase a ring, not to chase shit. He went to LA so that he could watch his son play fucking basketball. He also went to LA with the hopes that NCAA will fall into fucking ruins in the next 2 years before that contract is over and possible extension so that his son can come from high school and play with his fucking dad. Is that so bad? Is that
Bro,
bad?
that's
Like,
amazing. Bro, that's unheard of, bro. Like, bro, we have never seen nothing like this. And I think a lot of people are really gonna even more appreciate LeBron when he's gone. Right
now
now,
what
it's hard. Yeah, it's just
I also
crazy.
like to point out too, like the social media aspect that you brought up is a huge part of this, um,
Facts.
because you don't see LeBron in a bad light ever. And like if Michael Jordan, like if social media was a thing when Michael Jordan was playing, like people forget that when Jordan was playing, people didn't really like him that much.
Yeah, personally, yeah,
Like
definitely, yeah.
it wasn't until after Jordan retired that Jordan really became Jordan. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
definitely. He definitely had a lot of people because a lot of people didn't say Jordan is the nicest guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. Well, even after that most recent documentary that ESPN did on him, shortly after, like even Pippen was pissed at him after that. The way the shit got edited to make Jordan look like a god.
yeah.
Uh, Pippen was upset with him. Horace Grant was ready to fist fight him.
I
Like,
remember that, man. That's crazy. I remember that, bro, as a like being younger, bro. Like watching that shit, man. That was crazy, man. Like, I remember
right?
when Horace went to Orlando and they was playing each other after playing. Like I got on my fucking Scottie Pippen jersey right now, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with the I just don't understand why people can't like two people, bro. Like they always put people against like why can't two people just be great? Like that's the
Like
shit
just have
that
a
bugs my
category of
mind.
greatest, just a category
Yeah,
of
bro. You
greatness.
can
You
be
know what I
like, well,
mean?
my favorite is Michael Jordan. My favorite is Kobe. My favorite is LeBron. My favorite is Magic Johnson. Like you people don't even think about our parents, bro, and their parents like different players. Like
Right?
Jordan is not the best. They feel like Bill Russell or Kareem is the best. And
Well,
you
that's
can't
the
tell.
that's the argument I love too, because like it almost feels like every time people pin like Jordan and LeBron against one another, it always comes down to rings and like one single defensive player of the year, right?
Right.
And just one of them, but it's that important. Uh, but it always
Bill
comes
Russell
down
trample, them boys trample with rings. Like
right.
you can't even if it's about rings, bro, it's just
Jordan's
people,
not in
me
the
and you, bro.
conversation if it's about rings.
Exactly, bro.
You
That's
know
how
what I
you know
mean?
it's some bullshit. You know, it's just a bullshit defense mechanism to back up whatever slander they want to do or whatever person we talking about. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
there's just something to
Exactly.
having an argument. At that point, it just becomes who's the best great debater at that point. Because it's just like, it's like rap, man. Like, you could do tons of lists, bro. You know how many Cincinnati rap lists I've seen and I haven't been number one? Like, and I just think to myself, I just be like, yo, like, I don't really give a fuck that much because I never really say shit about it. But I was like, man, honestly, like, it's not too many artists that have ever done as much as me, and I'm still active. Like, you feel me? So I feel like, in a sense, like I wonder how LeBron feel for winning so long and just like taking the bruises for people that's coming after you, and the people after you and the critics just talk so much shit about you when it's like LeBron, even when he does right, oh, the ring doesn't count. He needs help. Like everybody else, but if the Clippers or somebody would have won the ring count, I just like people are just it boggles my mind, bro. Like, you know, I just feel like that with music too. Like, man, it's just all opinionated, man. It's just like whatever resonates with you as a fan, just have fun. I love the sport, man. I want to see LeBron play the best competition, but who can say in year 17 we would have thought this? Like nobody would have said
Right?
this at the beginning of the career. Like they didn't even think a person who was built like LeBron, nobody's ever seen even a physical specimen like him before he came in the league. It wasn't anything to really hold him to. They just like, we never even seen this guy. He's big, but he plays like Magic Johnson. Like we don't even know what he is. Like, so
Never
it's
seen
funny
this
to me, bro.
before.
Yeah, we never seen it before. So it's always hard when people is just like something that never been done because of course people want to be naturally skeptics of it, and you're gonna have a little hate with the love. That's always part of the game, man. You just gotta live with both. And I like you said the really shit. You was like he never basically folded under the pressure. I mean, he was basically already before he came in the league was getting looked at as like the poster child of the league. So
Absolutely.
that's a lot of pressure on a young kid. He wasn't even grown, man.
Well, like
He couldn't even
you
buy
put that
beer.
well, like, and he's dealt with that his whole career too, right? So
Right.
like going from high school to the league, he had all that pressure on him because like you're the next greatest. You have to be the next greatest.
Yeah.
And so he's got that pressure on him. And then when he decides that Cleveland isn't going to do shit to help him win, he goes to Miami to play ball with his friends, which is such a horrible thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? But like he goes to Miami, takes a pay cut to go to Miami, but ESPN held that decision thing for him. And like so many people got pissed because ESPN paid him. But what everyone doesn't know is every dime that he got paid by ESPN got donated to charity. Like,
That- that's so that's the in the business moves he made is so superior to anything that's ever been
and he
done.
did it
Like
quiet. He did his
and,
business quiet.
and the
He did it
player
quiet.
this it's crazy because most of the players in the league, they all love LeBron, bro. Like even mortal enemies, man. You look at Rondo, bro. Who would have
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
Rondo would have played? Like people when they actually meet LeBron, it was actually a podcast, and Boogie Cousins was like, man, you know what? you know, one thing about LeBron, like they're like, what's one thing about LeBron that you know that you didn't know? He was like, yeah, I just knew he was a cool guy. Like you hear about all this, you know, being a good guy, being a real charitable guy, you know, but I didn't know he was a real nigga. Excuse my language. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? He just a real dude. Like he's not like he's a real dude. Like
Yeah,
he's not funny style. And I think that's what people don't understand. That's why so many people, even his mortal enemy like Draymond Green, look at the battle they had. He loves LeBron. Like you feel me? Outside of the they're like, yo, LeBron is a real cat. He's a loyal
yeah,
dude. If you right, LeBron literally wants to see you succeed. He put you in position. Like, and that alone, I feel like makes him a GOAT or the GOAT. Like
Dude,
because
LeBron couldn't have accomplished what he's accomplished if people didn't like him.
yes, bro, and
And
he helped so
and
many people.
here's proof to that right here, right? So LeBron's gonna eventually smash all kinds of records in the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'll definitely go to the Hall of Fame. He's always going to be held in high regards as one of the greatest of all time. Uh, and then like if I look at another sport like baseball, where one of the greatest of all time played here in Cincinnati, Ohio. His name's Pete
Facts.
Rose. And
Yes.
is he one of the best baseball players of all time? Hands down, he is. Is he a shitty human being? Hands down, he is. And like the Hall of Fame, for example, is a fraternity. If you're not wanted, you don't get in. Pete's not wanted. It has nothing to do with that shit he signed years ago. Like the moment, like I mean, not to bring dirty shit up, but man, the moment Pete Rose said that he had sex with a 16-year-old as a fucking mid 30s-year-old man,
Yep.
like you just threw your invitation in the trash, brother.
Oh,
That's
exactly. That's what it was, man. Like, you know, straight up. Like, you know what I mean? Like it, we the sports, entertainment in general, bro, is we all know that it's like opinion based. So like even in it's about relationships and anything you're doing. So
yeah,
if
yeah.
the relationships sour, then and you just got that reputation, man. You rub the wrong people in the high places the wrong way, man. Shit is bound to go down in the south for you, you know.
So I've seen you like I saw you perform before you were with your band Gold Shoes. Uh
Yeah.
um and I've actually told you face to face. I just want to put it out there so that the internet knows that I've actually asked you this before or told you this.
Hmm.
Like I didn't really like you when I first heard you. Not that it was like
Hmm.
bad, but I didn't think that it was like wow. And then the shit with Gold Shoes changed you.
Definitely.
And there was something that happened there, and maybe it was like vibing with the band and like performing with the band. It's like it allowed you to feel the music more playing with Gold Shoes. And
Definitely.
but it's just I don't know, it's cool to be able to have that kind of relationship with somebody where you can tell them like it's like I'm not putting you down. I didn't like it at the beginning, but it was really cool to watch you grow into
The
what
progression.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think, bro, like you know, that's how I got better. You know what I'm saying? Because no one ever taught. It was all self-taught. Like so,
Yeah.
like I was still trying to find my sound. Like around that time, like you know, I was just like you know making basically mixtapes. You know what I mean? Because it was all they were all trial and error. It was just more so like, yo, like I know I'm good, but I'm trying to be great, and I know along the road of trying to be great in my lane and what I want to do and have it under control, I'm gonna have to take some chances. It's gonna come with some misses. I knew that. Like, yo, it's gonna come with some misses. Cause you know, you just gotta create it. You gotta kind of just, you know, put it out there and be like, yo, I know what this work could be better. I know,
And you really don't
I
know what's gonna blow, and you don't know what people are just like. You could put your hottest track out as your single, and it turns out that that wasn't your hottest
wasn't
track,
that
and then
yeah.
nobody even checks your album because your single is
Yeah.
shitty.
And too, man, I think, and too, bro, I think like like you just when you it make like it's all timing, man. Like when you make something, you probably heard shit you made years ago, and you listen to it now and kind of cringe, like, damn, I didn't do the right thing with that snare. Or same with the
Oh,
bars, like,
absolutely.
damn, that hook
Absolutely.
could have been way better. I could have been in tune with the melody more. I could have did this and that. I think I let myself be free with Gold Shoes, and that kind of lasted
See,
with me after
I kind
that.
of
You
got the
feel
same
me?
thing. I kind of got the same thing because like and it's crazy because as far as when you were in Cincinnati, you and I kind of were carving the same path.
Real
You
shit.
as an artist, me as a producer, but like we were both really into this that old school East Coast New York shit,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we both started performing with a band,
Yeah, right. And
and
it was unorthodox music. It wasn't which like the
absolutely.
hip hop shit. Yeah,
Like my shit was like hip hop, but really, really poppy, and your stuff
it
was
was
like hip
cool.
hop, but more of jam band,
Yeah.
and we both battled each other for CEAs for best hip hop group in the
Oh, bro,
city.
bro. Dude, that was a while ago. I did it. You just reminded me, bro.
Nah,
That's
when we
funny as
look,
fuck. I
when
almost
we
forgot
the
about that.
year, dude, the year I think it was 2009.
Hmm.
2009, they asked us to perform, and I was like, "Oh, that means we won, y'all." If we're
Yeah.
performing, we won. And we didn't win. Gold Shoes won. And then, but then 2010, we won in 2010. So I mean,
Yeah.
not every day do you get a podcast with two hip hop award winners. You know what I mean?
Man, that's super dope, man. That is dope, man. That was super dope, man. And yo, man, like that was
And
I
I just want to say I won that hip hop award as a producer. I mean, I got on stage a couple of times, but that was just as a producer
bro,
for
but
sure.
that was but that was the dope thing about that band you guys had because it it was just like Gold Shoes, man. It was unorthodox because you had a known producer in a band now that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that was completely different from what you had going on in the hip hop producer realm as Beats McGreevy. It was like, oh, Beats McGreevy has a band now. You know what I mean?
And
Like this is different.
like not
But a
only does he do
singer, like
that
the
boom
singer, it
bap
was
shit,
crazy.
yeah,
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 man. So like we both was like, and I think that's who we are, and I think that's what's dope about the Midwest. I think that's why I would say we're influenced by so much. Like we genuinely like other genres of music. Like me and you will share music all the time, bro. And I mean, I think that's why you're one of the dopest I ever heard back home with sampling because you just listen to a lot of different music. So like
yeah.
we would just sometimes you would just come over to the crib, we'd smoke, and you would just turn on some songs, not even your beats, like just songs. Like you ever heard this before? You know, like we just share music and information, which was cool. And I think, being honest and open about our music, that's what always made me better, bro. Like because you know me, bro. I'm always open for it. Like I'm always a guy. Like at this point in my career, it's people who all over the world who I've never met they could just say anything about you on the internet, whether it's good or bad. Like, so you
Yeah, yeah.
just look at that shit and you just got to make music from the soul. So I feel like once you take everybody's opinion and it's not, the difference between an honest opinion and hating. It's different. Those two things are different. So like I've always been open to like criticism and I always, bro, I'm a cool guy. Like that's what's so crazy. Like for people who don't know me and fans, and it's just like they make up this perception of me in their mind, like how I am. And then they meet me
Yeah,
and like, damn, he actually chilling. Like, I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
man. Like, I don't, like,
I just
I
hang
do the
out.
music. Yeah, bro. I just do the, yeah, bro. It's not really shit, bro. Like, and I'm not that guy, man. I'm not so full of myself that I can't take criticism, bro. I know I'm just consistent in what I do. And I feel like every album, every project, every verse should be better than the last. So like I would just keep working and keep working at it until like I feel like I can run with like a Mos Def or Quali or like whoever else in the game, like who rapping, like a Cole, a Kendrick, whoever. I want to be able to stay in my lane and do what I do, be who I am,
But
but
at that
be at
level.
but at that level. And I feel like along the way I got there. You know what I'm saying? Where those same artists that I name, I was able to garner their attention and do major tours and be able to do endorsement deals and different things and still be me, man, and still never give up who I am. And I still always been me. I'm always gonna smoke weed probably till my
Is
lungs collapse. I'm always gonna do what I do. I'm always gonna do what I do. You feel me?
hey, is Swisher Sweet still sending you Rillos?
Man, they're not, man. Because I don't smoke that type of cigar no more. Like I will if I'm with the homies back home, but I can't keep doing them. So I like actually smoke hemp wraps like high hemp,
Yeah,
um and King Palm. I got a real good relationship with King Palm. Actually, I got some right here. It's crazy you said that. So it's
yeah.
an actual palm leaf. So and it with a corn husk filter. So no tobacco. I smoke so much, bro. I just had to start smoking like healthier options because of my
Yeah.
throat. And I'm like, if I fuck around and fuck up my throat, that's my investment within myself. That's how I'm feeding me and my
So
family.
I
So
always, I always do. I always use a glass piece, man. It's just
you always did that, man. You only smoke blunts with me. And I'm glad that I stopped smoking them blunts because Swisher did used to endorse it. So we used to have free Swisher. You used to come around, you like, here, you want some of
you
these
just give me
motherfuckers?
boxes.
Yeah, like here, bro. They just gave me. So yeah, man. Even though shout out to Swisher, no disrespect, because I love the time and they really show love to me. So much respect to Swisher Sweet, man. No diss, but just for healthier options, I gotta push healthy options because that's who I am now, man. And like just as artistry, as people, we grow. So like that's one big thing about me. I'm all about evolution, bro, and progression. Like
So
whether it's just
I know you've always kept your circle small,
yeah,
and
definitely still always
I know every time anybody steps up a level, which going to LA was a stepping up for you for sure.
definitely.
And did the circle change much?
Nah, bro. I mean, it's crazy, bro. Like I'm
Are
still like,
you and Santa still cool?
man, that's my brother.
I
That's my
know. I
brother,
had to
man.
ask. Shit can change. I had to ask.
Yeah, that's my brother. Like he one of the real ones. Yeah,
I just know he's been down in Atlanta and shit. No, but he was
yeah.
always down in Atlanta. That wasn't a
Yeah,
change. He's always
yeah,
been down there.
he always back and forth. So like, yeah, we know everybody. Like, he actually Santa comes up here a lot to come visit me and shit. Yeah, like mostly everybody who usually was around is still around, and like I got maybe like my friends up here. I only have like hang out with like three people, man. Like consistently, everybody else is just like industry people I know here. So it's more of a acquaintance thing. Like I see you at a industry party. Now it ain't shit going on because COVID, but it's more of that thing. Like it ain't like
Yeah,
how we brew. You know how like if somebody come to this, we chilling. That's family. So like yeah, it's still like that, bro. Like Papa Don. He lives down here. He's from the Natty. Like he actually is a songwriter from Cincinnati. He's been down here before I was, but that was my boy back in Cincinnati. Like that's my brother. We always, every you breathing? Okay, cool. Just make so that's my guy. So him and it ain't. And I got a cousin. I got a blood cousin down here. But other than that, man, it's nah, man. I be still chilling beats, man. I gotta stay low, man. You hear me?
oh yeah, that's good to hear though. I mean, I mean, drama
I
would have just made all that shit even
sanity,
worse.
bro.
Yeah.
The world is crazy, man. Like at this point, I'm just like whatever protects my peace and my sanity, bro. Like or whatever that is at this point in this bizarre time we living in. I would like to keep the last little bit of it, if not for me, for my little ones and everybody else that's around me that depend on me to be sane, so I can make wise decisions. Because I'm at the point in my career where now it's like friends have become business partners, and like even like Santa and shit like that, we all business partners. So like if I'm not on my shit and I'm doing right by me, I'm not doing right by them, and we all getting paid together off this music thing. So like it's you gotta have kind of have that, man. You gotta have people like you keep it real with me, man. Like when you was like, yo, I ain't like the music, and I got better, you would tell me like, bro, you just getting better and better. Like, man, I love the
Yeah.
show, I like your progression. And that's I need people like that around. Like, I
Well,
don't need
and you
the
could tell, and like throughout your career too, like early on,
Mhm.
I didn't really
Mhm.
show up to your shows,
Right.
and then like I remember out behind Gypsies, the hookah spot.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, dope. Yeah,
and
I
I
remember that.
remember Gold Shoes did that was like a early Gold Shoes performance.
We brought the hearse
and
out. I think we brought the hearse out.
yeah.
Came out in our yeah.
So
That shit was sick. Yeah.
you guys performed there, and I was there that night, and then like I just slowly started showing up more and more, and then we just next thing you know, I'm hitting you up on a Tuesday, like,
What you
yo,
doing? I'm around the way. Let's go. Yeah,
yeah.
like yeah, you already know. So yeah, you already know, man. And I think that's the beauty of music, bro. Like, music brings so many people together, bro. Like that I have long lasting relationships with that I really love, man. Like I don't like either with me, bro. I love you or I don't fuck with you. It's no gray area with me. Like
Absolutely.
I don't halfway do shit, man. Like with my relationships, with my art, with my fan. Like if I fuck with you, if you're a friend, I love you. You can hit me up whenever in the middle of the night if you need some help, if you just need to vent, whatever, man. Somebody to be real, man. That's the kind of person I am. That's the cloth that I'm cut from. So like I wish it was more people built like that, but I like the people that I'm around who like that, and I really cherish their energy, man. And shit. Matter of fact, it's crazy. Every time I listen to music, it's because of my boy Beast McGree because he gave me a Spotify. My boy got me on his Spotify family list. That's my brother. Yeah, I
Right?
forgot about. I just thought about it. Like you feel me? So every time I'm listening to new music,
It's because of
my boy
me.
Beast like, man, you need to have this on your this when it was early. I wasn't even. I'm like, yeah, I heard of it. I'm like, what is like? Yeah, nah, you need to. This shit coming out, man. You need to know what's going on. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. And my boy
Dude,
looked at like,
literally, so on my Spotify account, because they let you allow like up to 5 people that aren't you to be signed up under your family account. And
yeah,
you're yeah, my
my
my boy
brother.
my boy's one of my 5.
Yeah, you feel me? That's why I say that's my brother, man. We family, man. Don't we look? Don't we look just alike? You feel me?
And that dude,
You
that's been
heard?
years. That's been years,
Yeah,
hasn't it? You've been
yeah, for
rocking that.
sure, bro. Before
Yeah.
I even moved out here to LA, bro. So I appreciate you, Beats. Yeah, you my kinfolk. You already know what time it is with me, bro.
Well, I'm definitely
Yeah,
looking
man.
forward on this album, this upcoming album. You got any nice features on there? You can let us know about, or you keeping that shit under wraps?
Uh, yeah, I got something coming. I got some stuff. I got some good people on there. So, but
That's
I
what's
don't know.
up.
It's like I don't know what's gonna make the like when I say, bro, we 50% in. So I don't know what's gonna make the album what ain't. But yeah, I definitely collaborated. But I mostly it's gonna be a lot of just me and Sal on beats and me vocals. I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
even just because I've been so busy and I feel like the last album did very very good for me, man. Like so, I think like people was waiting to hear what's next. So I think it's been a while. So
Dude,
it's been a
do a multi-series EP release, man.
man. I should, man.
Like,
I think
dude,
I want to
that's the
do something
next
like
shit.
that.
So I've been
My fan,
watching. Dude, I've been a huge fan of Casual for a very, very long time. Like
yeah,
Casual's
casual
easily,
dope.
like he's easily in my top 5 favorite rappers.
Yeah, casual
And
dope.
they I got to talk to him not too long ago, which was pretty cool. But I like what he's doing as far as like kind of changing the game. Like he put his most recent album, he put it up and you could download the album for $100. But then if you got somebody to download his album from the link that you sent them, Casual would
Free,
send
free.
you $20. And then if you got someone else, he'd send you $20 more. And then
Oh damn, that's tight.
and
Yeah, that's
but
sick.
like it was a really cool way he did it. And then after he did that, he released the album. And then I think something he just did, he took all of his acapellas from the album and put them up on eBay for auction.
Oh, so you could do what so you could do what you want
Like
with it.
you're literally auctioning for, because Casual's the way that he is, he owns the rights to all of his shit. Hieroglyphics has just been like that in general for a very long
Right.
time. But so he owns the rights to his shit. So he's literally auctioning the rights to his all of his verses and hooks to the top bidder, and you can do whatever the fuck you want with his
So
vocals.
yeah, oh man, that's
You could
sick. So
you
you
could
could
use his
do
vocals. You could sell his album. Like you could literally take his acapellas Like I think someone ended
Make it
up
a
buying it.
feature and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, like someone bought his acapellas from his last album for like $2,500.
Man, that's
Twenty
sick,
five
bro.
hundred bucks.
Bro,
And then you then
that's actually a good marketing plan. Actually, that was
it's
dope. That's
nuts.
creative.
Well, like you get your money up front. More than likely, whoever wins the rights to your shit, if you put it up for auction, probably isn't really gonna do anything with it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
unless they've got some plan set in stone, you'll probably never hear of any of this ever again. But like, you could put your acapellas up and make a few grand. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Like it's
Hell
just it's
yeah.
cool.
That's it.
I just like that he's opening the door for more people to do more stuff in more innovative ways. And he's
Oh,
also like it's just cool.
that's yo. You just made me think of something. We got another mutual friend who's one of your favorite rappers and mine, Dante from
Absolutely.
Move. So
Absolutely.
I have to say, shout out Dante. Um, I Dante is one of both of me and Beats' favorite rappers for sure, and
I
that's
could go
one
on and
thing we
on.
found out.
I'm sure I
And
probably
yeah,
get on his nerves telling him like,
yeah,
man, this track's
but
Dante, this track's still relevant, man. This track that you did 20 years ago,
bro,
this is still relevant.
before his time, bro, like they was on some they're aliens, and me and him we still our album is coming out next year too. So like yeah, I'm putting out my album and I'm putting out the Space Invaders with me and Dante. Like even
Nice.
though like our little label situation with bruh fell out, we still putting out the album. We still got the album. Everything's paid for. Like High Tech executive produced it. We putting out that album. It's coming out next year for
Are
sure.
you
We
got
already
are you self-distributing that or is that going to come out on something?
we don't know yet. We trying to figure it out. We still like up in arms about it, like because we talked to a few labels who want to put it out. Actually, Jay Dilla, if we do put it out with somebody, it'll probably be the Jay Dilla Foundation with Mom
Yeah, yeah.
Dukes and yeah, Mr. Tony. So I think
Well, that situation worked out really well with Tay
yeah,
Dilla. So,
yeah,
dude,
we all
Tay
that's
Dilla, dude, that album is
sick.
that album's dumb, dude. Wow.
Yeah. That's all real Dilla. That like your mom Dukes was behind. That's like official Dilla. So like, yeah, like we got a real good relationship, and they real big supporters of us, bro. Like, so like, yeah, we've been talking. So that might be an option. And if not, we just gonna put it out ourselves because the fans want it, man. So like,
Yeah, yeah.
either one, yeah, man. Like for I think for me and Tay, like it's just more so like a legacy
I
thing.
think Chance showed you don't need a fucking label.
Nah, man, it's different times, and especially for rap like we do, man. Like I want to be able to spit that shit, man. Like I want to be able to do what I do. Like I want to
Yeah,
spit. Like I want to rap. So like for me, like I want to do what I do, and I don't want any pushback. And you seen how the last time I was with labels, what happened. So like you
yeah.
just it's the shit is unpredictable, bro. Like it ain't everything is cracked up to be. I always tell artists that back home, like if you learn anything from me, bro, like shit, like being with a major label is not all it's cracked up to be,
Shit
especially
can
if you
fall
got
apart.
Nick. Yeah, especially if somebody, and then I got Nick's music, so it's like, at a time where have rapping like boom pat rap like we do, it wasn't necessarily the type of rap that was very popular and mainstream. Like they'll let a couple slip through, like Kendrick and Cole here and there, but it ain't really like, you know what I mean? So if you get with the wrong label, you can just do you can find yourself in that situation too. So for me, it's always been a little both, man. So like, maybe it's not the way to go, but I got a cult like fan base, man, and they really love my shit, and I really love them, man. I love all my Space Invaders. So like, I don't really, no matter what we do, I know our people gonna gravitate towards, and we'll be able to tour and do what we do, man. And I just want to be able to put out good music and get respect from the legends that I came up looking up to. I've done that at this
I
point,
just want
man.
my
Like
damn respect. I
I
just
just
want
want
my
my damn
damn respect.
respect. That's as easy as put it. I just want the damn respect. So at this point, it's just brewing, man. Like we just having fun, man. And I really just love music beats, man. And I just really, when the spirit hit me, that's when my pen get to moving, man. And I don't got like writers and shit for my shit and all that type shit. So like it's really me. So you know what I mean. So it take me a little more time than a lot of these artists and shit that's out here that y'all think writing these raps, but they ain't. It's somebody like me who getting paid behind the table. You feel me?
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you being on. whenever you feel like it, send me one of those medical care packages.
I got you. I got you right here. I got you right here. You heard right here. I got your name on it, bro.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But thanks for being on. Everybody can follow you at real name Speed everywhere, right?
Everywhere. Yep. Real name Speed. And you can get the album Real Name Speed. That's everywhere on any DSP. Make sure you download it. Make sure you stream it. Yeah, man. And shout out to Beats, man. Thank you for having me on the motherfucking Block Podcast. Hey,
No problem, man. This will all be up. I'll send you links and everything, man.
yeah. For sure, bro, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, my brother.